about him. It is amazing horse.
Yeah, the horse of a lifetime, Grand National hero Corach Rambler, has been retired. He's fine. The Ramblers and Peter Scudamore and Lucinda Russell just feel now is the right time, and they join us to have a chat about this and to look back on his career. And I guess, Scu and Lucinda, first things first, the horse is fit and healthy, and he's all yours to enjoy at home.
Yeah, he is. He's delighted. I think he does appreciate that he's been retired, and he's still going out, still gets ridden most days. Scu rides him, and he's just causing havoc amongst the rest of the string like he always has done, and hopefully he always will. It's just it's been quite a sort of heart-wrenching thing, really. I suppose we knew at the back of our mind that at some time we were going to have to retire him, but it was the right time to do it now, really.
So why did it? Was it the Grand National effort that sort of made you think that we don't need to carry on with this horse?
I think there's been many emotions going through it. Sometimes you're not always sure about them, but I felt he didn't like the National this time. He made a mistake, and Derek and him parted company, and then he jumped at the first, and then he jumped way up into the air at the second, which is not like him. And so it was in the back of my mind, and we always knew Punchestown was there. Paul Hillier, who bred him, had asked him to be entered at Punchestown, and to run there, and he clearly didn't enjoy Punchestown as well. And so, you know, we've gone through many things as to should we have done this and that, but you know, and it makes us all look good and all this and the other. But I think taking all this out of it, it's clearly the right thing for the horse. As Luce just alluded to, he's very happy. You know, I mean, there isn't a mark on him, and that's really nice. And there was that pressure of him being a popular racehorse. Okay, I don't want to get too up on my own self-importance, but I felt we had a responsibility to him and racing. So that was it. And I said, just clearly, I feel we've made the right decision. You know,
it's interesting you touch on that, the sort of the social responsibility within horse racing, that you have these Grand National winners, third in the Gold Cup. People want to see them, and I guess there's a balance there, isn't there, by doing right by the horse, but you clearly still thoroughly appreciate what the horse means or has meant to the racing public.
Yes, it's funny you say that we clearly understand it. I suppose I get so wound up in my own little world. It's all about everything that's happening in our yard and everything about Corach. And I was really overwhelmed when we went to Cheltenham and he was third in the Gold Cup. And the audience, you know, the spectators, the way that they applauded him, and the way that you suddenly realise that he isn't my horse, he isn't Scu's horse, he's not the Rambler's horse, he's everyone's horse. I think, yeah, we do have a social responsibility. Maybe that's becoming more trendy, and maybe despite being old, I'm having to understand that. But at the end of the day, really, we're doing it for Corach, and I think as long as we do it the right way, maybe the bigger world will see that actually we racehorse trainers do care about the horses.
Yeah, it's funny. I kept thinking how stupid I am being so affected by this horse, and then I read a lovely quote. I can't remember the name of the Maureen Piggott's horse, and she said every time it runs, it takes years off her life. And I thought, yeah, no, I'm not the only person that's stupid, especially, you know, I've been heaped in not quite Piggott type racing history, but that my family's been in the sport for a long time, like Maureen's, and yet we're still affected by them, which really, after all the ups and downs of the sport, it's good that we still love the horse, I believe, you know.
So what is it specifically about this? Because this isn't just because he's a Grand National winner, it's more than that. It was before that. What is it about Corach that has sort of, that he's so grabbed your heart, Scu?
Well, you know, it's funny. We would do exactly the same for any horse. The fact that he's run the Grand National is fantastic, and the fact that he's a wondrous horse, and he's a very sensitive horse, and we love him. But actually, we do it with every horse. We just don't have to write a big article about it normally when we do it. But you know, we have to make these decisions every day. It's just the fact that we've had to do it for Corach.
Also, I think again, I've been, and it's an argument we use, and it's a correct argument when people complain about the sport. I do feel that the welfare of the horse has got better and better in my years in racing. And I think part of that is understanding the horse better. And I have never come across a horse that picks up on your emotions so much. And he's a happy horse. And the other thing that I've learned is happiness is infectious. And his happiness makes me happy, which is, which is strange for people that know me. And, as I said, I just, look, without going into it too much, I just felt, he looked at his eyes after punches down. I felt he was physically perfect, but his eyes were just out, and he said, look, I've given you everything I can. What more do you want? So after, as I say, we've gone through many emotions, should we? Could have gone to Newbury, the Denman, and then, we could have done this, the other. But I believe we've done the right thing for the horse.
Are you relieved? And are you always, when a horse reaches retirement age, sound enough to continue their life? Is there a sense of, you guys know as well as anyone the inherent risks in horse racing, in national hunt racing. Is there a palpable sense of relief when a horse reaches this point?
Yes, again, we have to be, there's a double-edged sword to this. Just because I've retired him, I can't guarantee his life. He's still, he still faces colic and kicks in the paddock, and whatever horse's diseases we have to put up with. So but as I say, as a racehorse, I believe that he's come to his end.
I think that, sometimes, especially on social media, everyone said, oh, it's so good, I wish more people would retire their racehorses. I think that's wrong. I think in the time that he was in training, he adored it, he loved it. And the happiest that he is when he is in training. But now he doesn't want to do the competition part. So that's fine. And, we have to remember that a lot of our horses, when we do retire them, a lot of them, they miss the routine that they have when they're in training. So being in training is one of the best, it's the safest that a horse can be, and it's the best life that they can have. But for him, he doesn't want to compete anymore. So he's going to stay basically in the yard and in the same routine, but he doesn't have to compete anymore, unless I get him to do ROR.
And so will he go on to do any of those ROR competitions or anything, or will you just see how it feels?
No, I ride him every day, so he'll continue to do that. And then Lucinda, if possible, we went to see One for Arthur do the retraining of racehorses fine in Dublin. Tiger Roll was there, and I would say to anybody who loves horses, go to the Dublin show, because it's a magnificent show, and to see the retraining. I mean, suddenly these, I think one or two of Willie's great horses, Duvan, or these great horses appeared, and the crowd around we just couldn't see, it was 10 deep. It was, so they are loved, these horses, and I suppose that's what's, one of the endearing factors of national hunt racing. And the other thing I would like to say is that I think the improvements, again, since my day as a young man, the improvements in the welfare of a horse after they're retired, retraining the racehorses, and many other things, has been a magnificent improvement for them. So, again, perhaps we didn't consider it as well as we should have done, and this has been a major improvement for the welfare of the horse.
It's been fabulous to see the journey of you guys in Corach Rambler. It's a lovely picture we got on screen, I think, just after that national success as well. Thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy the retirement with Corach.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for calling us. Thanks very much. Bye.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.